What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And today we're going to be talking about the ESports Boxing Club release date. And real quick, I do not know the release date, but I get this question quite a bit. Where do you know when, or when do you think? So I thought I'd make a video on when I actually think the esports early access is going to come out. So they said it's going to come out in the summer, and obviously that can be kind of perceived differently, because in the northern hemisphere they say that the summer for this year starts June 21st and ends September 22nd, whereas if you ask for the UK summer, which is where Still City Interactive are based, it says that the meteorological summer begins June 1st and ends August 31st. So let's take that as however, let's say middle of June to the first week of September, let's say. That is when summer technically starts, as in not like how we feel when the sun comes out. That is when summer technically starts. Like I said, June to September. With that being said, let's eliminate all the months leading up to it, because that's not going to happen. Some people say in May, it's not going to happen. June, I don't think it's going to happen. My bet would be the middle of August. My birthday is actually the end of August, so let's hope it comes around that time. But my bet is about the 15th to 20th of August. And the reason it is because people go back to school, or at least we hope so, if we're not in too much of a COVID-based world anymore, at the start of September. I don't know if it'd make much sense for them to drop it at the start of September, when a lot of the player base might be back at school, might be back at work, things like that. I think it makes sense for at least it to be during a summer holiday, if you will, when people are going to be off, kids are going to be off, you know, students in general, not just kids, students in general from college, uni, everything like that. Everyone's going to be on a summer break or a summer holiday of some kind. At least in the UK, that's when it is. I don't know when it is for America, but I assume they at least have at some point in August off. That's my assumption. So while I would say June makes more sense because they've got the whole term, I still feel like that's a bit of a rush, because we're in April right now, then you got May, then you got June. I don't know if it's going to be ready come June. I would say between the start of the second week and the end of the third week in August. So let's say the 8th to the 21st-ish kind of time. That is my bet on it. And I think it makes sense, like I said, for a lot of reasons. It gives them more than enough time. They've got 4 months before August, which makes sense. They've got all the time in the world. They don't have to stress. Then they've got at least 2 or 3 weeks of everyone from young students to older students to parents maybe that are playing the game, that have summer holidays off when their kids are off school, because that's what a lot of workplaces do in the UK. And while in a sense summer might not be the best time for release in general, because obviously people are going to want to be out and about, I would have personally have said not say that, and I would have put the release at the end of the year, which I know people wouldn't have liked, but I would have said at the end of the year, so then people aren't going to be outside as often, people aren't going to be in the sun as often, having days at the beach, things like that. People are going to want to be indoors in the warm playing the game. But if we are talking summer, I do think middle of August, third week of August, because then by the time August rolls around, people get their hands on the game, people get used to the game. That's going to be September time. People are going to start going back to school. They've had a good few weeks of playing, a couple of weeks maybe. Then you've got September, October, November starts to get colder. People are going to be in more often when they're used to the game. So on that point, I believe it makes sense to do it. Now, is that written in stone? Am I right? Absolutely not. You guys know that. This is why the video I really want to preface when I think, not when I know, when I think the release date will be. And I think second to third week of August makes sense, at least for a summer release. Like I said, winter would have made more sense, I believe. But summer release, August makes sense, because then you have a few weeks of getting used to the game. Then you've got September, October, November, cold months, December, Christmas month. Everyone's going to be indoors, in the warm, playing the game. And I think that makes sense for that, you know. And then we start the new year, 4 months of gameplay, and we can see where we're at come January 1st, 2022. We get to finally see where we're at. But that's my thoughts on it. You know, like I said, I see people saying end of April, start of May. That's not technically summer. While I could be wrong, and they might just class it as a warm summer, you know, May. They might class their summer as May to October. That's not technically when it is. It's June to September. You guys have it in where you think the release date will be, if you think I'm right or any points I've said are correct in any way. You know, like I said, I don't know when it's going to be. This is my hopeful thinking, I suppose. You know, I think the latest it will be the first week of September, but I just feel like, you know, if they want to really kind of attach as much of the player base as they can, it makes sense while people are on school holidays, especially as they're a UK based company, so they know the half terms, they know when kids and students in general from uni to primary school are off, so that's when the player base is going to be at its highest, when people aren't at school and not as many people are at work, because you know, they might have kids, or just in general because, you know, we don't work 7 days a week in the summer, we still have weekends off. The only people that does affect were people like me before in the waitering world, where you work more in the summer, but that's a whole different topic. That's job based, not esports boxing club based. But anyways, I'm going to stop waffling, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, thank you for the huge amounts of support you guys have been showing. I really, really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. It's been so much fun to see the growth and see everyone new that's here. It's been really cool. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching as always, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.